Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the last video I'm going to put for solving system of equations, which is chapter 7. This is solving a system of equations. Actually, not system of equations, system of inequalities. And we are going to do this graphically. And it is very similar to solving a system of solving a system of equations, except we're just graphing inequalities, which have a couple more steps. But really nothing too crazy. So if we look here, I'm going to graph the purple one first. And you're going to graph it just like you would an equation. So the first point we're going to graph is our y-intercept, which is a +1 right here. Our slope is a -1. We're going to go down 1 to the right 1, 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 so on and so forth. Now the only other step with graphing an inequality is that there's no equal sign. So this is just saying that y is less than a -x + 1. Since there is no equality in this inequality symbol, our line, if you remember, is going to be dotted. And again, I apologize for the not so straight lines. I don't have a ruler, obviously. So there's our equation for the purple one. Okay. Now we're going to graph y is less than or equal. Actually, here, before we do that, we'll shade. So the shading is where a lot of kids get confused, okay? You need to choose a point on the graph that does not have your line going through it. The easiest point to use is 0, 0, our origin, okay? So 0, 0 does not go through our line, so we can use it. 0, 0, we are going to substitute a 0 in for y, a 0 in for x, and simplify. We are going to get negative times 0 is just 0, plus 1 is 1. And we have an equation that, or inequality that says 0 is less than 1. That is a true statement. Since the point we chose is on the bottom half of the line, and it was a true statement, that is the region of our graph we are going to shade. Okay? So this is where we are shading. This is our nice little region of the answer because it satisfied our inequality. That's done graphing our purple one. We now have to graph the red inequality. So we'll start at +3, and our slope is 2. Sorry if you can hear my dog, he's kind of loud. Yeah, like I was saying, the slope is 2. We're going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Now, since this inequality symbol is less than or equal to, it has equality in it, since there's this little line underneath the less than sign, our line is going to be a solid line. And that's the one way I taught my kids how to memorize it, is when you're graphing inequalities, if there's a line underneath the symbol, it's a solid line. If there's no line, it's dotted. Okay? So just like when we graph the purple one, we need to find out, are we going to shade to the left or to the right? Now again, we need to find a test point. The easiest test point is 0, 0. Does our line go through 0, 0? The answer is no, so we can use that as our test point. Substitute 0 in for y. 2 times 0 plus 3. It's going to cancel. And we have 0 is less than or equal to 3. Now we need to ask ourselves, is that a true statement? Is 0 less than or equal to 3? That's a yes. It is a true statement. Since 0, 0's on the right side of our red line, and it was a true statement, we are going to shade on that side of the line. So if you look, I'm shading on the right side of the line. The only area I care about being shaded is where the purple and the red meet. Okay? So when you have one of these problems and it's getting graded, the 3 things a teacher is going to look for is your purple line graphed correctly and is it dotted? Is your red line graphed correctly and is it solid? And then do our 2 shadings meet down here in the bottom sector? So those are the 3 things we'll really look for. So if you have questions, this sums up chapter 7 for your final review. If you have questions, you can always ask your teacher. Again, you can rewatch my videos. There's no limit on how many times you can watch them. So this is my first one that I made. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and there'll be more to come. All right, thanks. Have fun.